Let's try the English. Symmetrical English. Or not. Okay, well, let's do this. D4. And if knight here, I might want to consider F3. I also might not want to consider that right now. Okay, well, what's the scoop here? Bishop D2 to C3? I'm going to try that. Let's see. Can I get rid of that bishop right away? Let me try this. I do not know if this is correct, but I'm going to run with it. I cannot take the pawn just yet, so let's play here. And now maybe knight to E2. Or actually, let's go F3. I don't have to worry about a pin right now. And I want to cover this square. Not so sure I want to allow the knight to play here so easily. And now, guess what? The dark square bishops come off the board. And, well, yeah, let me make sure the dark square bishops come off the board. And get developed, because that's what you're supposed to do in the beginning. And you're also supposed to castle, because that's development. And I'm considering this, and I'm considering just taking and playing F4. I think I like that. I'm okay with giving up my dark square bishop. I'm okay with giving up my light square bishop. I'm looking to get an E5 right now, and I have a space advantage and a safer king. If I play here, it is allowing for the bishop to play to F5, but I don't know. Well, maybe I could consider F5 and then E5 ideas, just so that the bishop won't be able to make use of the F5 square, and maybe I could get at the king a little bit easier if this G pawn is converted to an F pawn, even though it's doubled. Okay, so let me throw a question at bishop. He needs to do something else. And now pawn push here, bishop F5, G4 eventually. I'm going to go for it. Bishop F5, queen F3, and with G4 coming, I'm just basically trying to launch all of my pawns at black. I guess there is this H5 idea, and with that, black is saying, you know what, if you're going to play G4, you're going to do that at the cost of opening up the H file. Now, I could take here, play G4. I think first just taking, being assured that I have play against this F pawn at some point. There is the possibility for a pass to D pawn as well. I could do this, and the bishop is close to just running out of squares. I like this as a start. However, might there be something better, such as queen G3 threatening rook takes bishop, or D6 hitting the queen and vacating the D5 square for my knight, which would be coming with tempo. I think there's something to this move, but let me first see what that bishop is up to. Let's see about that bishop. Is the queen really going to take here? No. No, she's not. So where does he go? Is he too good for his home? Bishop C8 or bishop to D7? I think this, followed by queen F6 stuff, is going to be pretty good. Let's see. Pawn push. Knight here. Queen here, check. Followed by knight here. This seems good. Let's do it. It seems really good. Queen might have to run home. This is, I think my opponent is dead meat now. Queen here, followed by knight D5 to E7 is TKO land. Let me make sure of it. Hang on. If I play here, I'm pretty sure the king has to play to H6. And if he does play to H6, I think that's running into a mate. Queen F6 here, check, king H5. There's got to be a mate right around the corner, right? Queen check, king takes pawn, queen check. Is it necessary to even calculate all of that? Here, and then my knight could probably give black a beating at some point. Let's do this first. Let's see if black is even going to run here. Let them do the calculation. Okay, now it's a lot cleaner because I'm playing here on the queen and knight to E7. That's TKO. The king has no squares. Okay, I think the best choice was to actually just run like crazy in this direction and hope that there wasn't some mating net, but there probably would be. It was tough right there, the space advantage that I ended up getting. Let's go back here. Let's see about this. Back it up and let me flip the board. I don't know about what. What do I not know about? The d6 move. I think you should maybe go with this. I don't know if there was some fear of maybe me playing d6 to compromise the central structure, but I think you could run with this right now and at least allow for maybe if knight c3, there is this bishop takes knight move that you could be running with. You give up a very important piece, but you there's pros and cons to it, and you know, that's a way to go. Don't feel compelled to do this d6 move. By playing d6, you are allowing for me to get this maneuver in, and I don't know that you should allow me to get that maneuver in so easily. If you do this right now, of course I can't play here, because I'm dropping my pawn. So maybe that's a slight tweak of the earlier moves right there. Instead of d6, bishop g7 right away is maybe best. If the dark square bishops come off, this is a problem for your king, and sure enough, that's what ends up happening, problems on the dark squares. But I mean, I could not have anticipated it happening like that. So I mean, what do you do? I don't know. Maybe that's the beginning of bad things happening, to be honest, because development is real smooth here. I know we're trading pieces a little bit, and maybe that was something Black was looking into, seeing how I have a space advantage and trading pieces is going to be a good thing, but notice the development that I now have. You're getting a knight for bishop type of situation, but these pawns are just so menacing. Pressing forward with e5, I'm fully developed. Your king is exposed right here on this diagonal, and this f-file can open up. There's possibilities for rook up and overs, lateral movement already, and this queenside expansion, this typical idea with this current pawn structure, this Benoni structure, this b5 advance is a long way off from accomplishing good things for Black. It's not coming in time, this b5 idea. I don't know how disruptive it would even turn out to be, but the action is going to happen in the center really, really soon. Already I'm ready to play e5, so I think already consider right now just getting your bishop. Don't allow for this bishop d2 to c3 idea. I think this turns out to be pretty good. You stop the dark square bishop exchange, but eventually it's welcomed when the knight plays to g4. Don't know that you could allow for that. That's my main suggestion, and that's I'm drawn to it again because that is where an imbalance occurs. Well, not an imbalance. That's where the trade of your most valuable minor piece occurs. He's the most valuable guy if you're going to go with the kingside fianchetto. So consider an immediate bishop to g7 instead of d6, which is going to stop d2 to c3 idea for my queen bishop.